In part 1 of this SAP Financial Accounting Basics section, you will learn about the document principle, R3 documents, field status, control keys, document types, and document number ranges. Here you will understand the document control and the principles that are needed to be followed while posting a document. This collectively is known as the document principle in SAP. Now, any posting in R3 is always stored in a document form, and as I've just mentioned, this is called the document principle. Now, in an R3 system, a document remains as a complete unit in the system until it is archived. A document is identified by the combination of the document number, the company code, and the fiscal year. And the FI document itself consists of a document header. The information in the document header applies to the entire document, and the FI document itself also consists of 2 to 999 line items. Here the information is specific to that line item. The header and the line items can also be shown in full detail. Note, the system limitation does not allow you to have more than 999 line items per financial accounting document. In the next slide, let's have a look at how these documents are actually created in R3. Every business transaction is recorded in the R3 system as a document. More than one document can be created for a single business event. For example, when goods are received from a vendor, a materials document is created to keep track of the details important to inventory tracking. An accounting document is created to track financially relevant information such as general ledger accounts and amounts. In some cases, a document may be created in R3 for a business event, but no corresponding accounting document is produced because there is no financial impact. One such example here would be purchase orders. Each of these documents that gets created receives a unique document number. And document numbers can be assigned either by the R3 system or by the user at the document entry time. When the R3 system assigns the number, it is an internal assignment. But when the user assigns a number, it is known as an external assignment. R3 links the related documents together to provide a comprehensive picture to any business transaction within the system. Next, let's have a look at why it is important to determine the field status while making a document entry. Different fields are displayed when making a document entry. This depends on the transaction and the accounts used. These different fields display during document processing and are controlled by the field status. For example, when posting expenses, cost center and tax information is usually required. However, when posting cash, this information is not needed. It's not necessary. As a general rule, one needs to customize the account-dependent field status on general ledger accounts. For customer and vendor processing, field status on the posting key has to be customized as necessary. Just as in the field status definition general ledger accounts, the field status with the higher priority applies. However, there are some exceptions to this rule. If business areas are used, the field business area has to be ready for input. It is switched on by enabling business area balance sheets for the company code. With the field status, it has to be decided beforehand whether it should be required or if it is an optional entry. Tax fields are only ready for entry if the general ledger account is set up as tax relevant. The field status definitions suppress and required entry cannot be combined. This combination causes an error. So now you have an understanding about the field status. Let's move on and learn about field status groups. It is essential to determine the status of every single document entry field. under each general ledger account category like cash accounts and expense accounts. For example, will the text be required, suppressed, or is it optional for document entry when using the general ledger accounts? Will the cost center be required, suppressed, or is that optional for the document entry with general ledger accounts again? These rules are grouped into field status groups for each category of general ledger accounts. Field status groups are assigned to the respective general ledger master records. The field status groups are collected under one field status variant. The field status variant is then assigned to the company codes. No posting can be made until all this is complete. And typically, the same field status variant is assigned to all company codes so that the same rules apply across all company codes in the system. The R3 structure has a standard set of field status groups, and it is recommended to copy the standard delivered field status groups and modify them as necessary. If a document is posted to a subledger account, the field status group of the reconciliation account will apply. Next, let's have a look at control keys. Now, with control keys, the two most important ones are the document type for the header and the posting key for the line items. Let's have a look at the document type one in a little more detail. Document type controls the document header. It is used to differentiate the business transactions to be posted, for example, a customer invoice or a vendor payment. Document types are defined at the client level and are valid for all the company codes. And in a standard SAP R3 system, we already get delivered some standard document types which can be used, modified, or copied. Major controls of document types are the number range of document numbers and the account types allowed for posting. Document type further controls the field status of the header fields, text, and reference number, and if invoices are posted with the net method. In the standard SAP recommended procedures for filling original documents, the document type controls document filing. Remember to always store original documents under the number of the data processing document. If the original document has an external number, enter the external number of the original document into the reference number field in the header of the data processing document, and then record the data processing document number in the original document. Let's have a look at some of the standard document types. The image here shows some of the important standard document types such as AB for general documents, DR for customer invoices, and DZ for customer payments, and so on. Note that only the document type AB, which includes general documents, allows postings to all account types. All other document types limit the type of accounts that can be posted to. For example, document type DG, that deals with customer credit memos, allows posting to D, customers, and S, general ledger accounts only. To transfer billing documents from the R3 billing system, the standard system uses two document types, RV and RE. RV indicates billing document transfer and is the default document type for SD billing documents, for example, customer invoices. RE indicates invoice receipt and is the default document type for billing documents, for example, vendor invoices. When internal number assignments are used, the system assigns a number to each document in the financial accounting component. In external number assignment, the system transfers the billing document number to the FI document as long as this has already been assigned. The payment program uses the document type ZP, which stands for payment posting, for its automatic postings. Now let's have a look at some of the document number ranges. The document number range defines the allowable range in which a document number must be positioned and cannot overlap. In internal numbering, the system stores the last used document number from the number range in the field current number and takes the subsequent number for the next document, for example 00 and 01. In external numbering, the user enters the original document number, or the number is transferred automatically from a pre-invoicing system. The numbers usually are not used in sequence, and therefore the system cannot store a current number, for example 02. And just note, the numbers may be alphanumeric. The document number range has to be defined for the year in which it is being used. Document number ranges can be either defined until a fiscal year in the future or for each fiscal year. In the first case, at the beginning of each fiscal year, the system continues to take the next number after the current number. It does not restart at a lower value. In the second case, when the document number ranges are defined per fiscal year, the document numbering starts again at the lower limit. This helps to avoid reaching the upper limit of a range. And note that a single number range can be assigned to several document types. We'll now move on to the second part of this SAP Financial Accounting Basics section.